everyone, my name is the Lego Kid 2003 and today we're playing Genshin Impact. Face trees. Whatever. In the last episode we completed the Archon quest and got an effort. The Yelan event did start today, so we're going to be doing that. And for the rest of the version, we're completely in saving mode, so no wishing will be taking place. So, yeah. But yeah, everyone ignore the marking between my eyebrows. Anyways, but yeah, there's an effort right there as proof. Let's check using FNT for today. So we can use it more. Yelan Wharf, huh? Hey, let's go. I don't know why I have that song stuck in my head right now. I don't really know.
Wait, the person drinking tea over there, isn't that Yelan?
Pretty sure it is, yeah. Oh, right after I turn my volume up, that's right.
Oh, looks like she's having some kind of tea party with friends. We're just in time.
Wait, something's not right. There are lies in this place and not the friendly kind either.
Aren't we gonna go say hi?
Maybe we can.
Well, Officer Edler, after all that work, I think we've got them this time. Might take a few days to wrap up things in the field. In the meantime, I think you've earned yourself a break.
Much appreciated, Miss Yelan. This case really took it out of me.
Go to your knowledge.
13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost start to hope a few were innocent, just to balance it out. I'm just glad we finally took down these crooks. Anyway, I'm gonna drop in on that old classmate of mine in Chaoying Village and reminisce about old times.
Don't forget to take some tea and dim sum back to your friends at the Maison Gardiennage.
Oh, looks like Yelan's friend left. Paimon kinda wanted to meet her.
I have a bad feeling about those two robbers.
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Traveler, Paimon, take a seat. Excuse me, a pot of your finest Yunlai white tea if you would, and 2 more place settings. Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the 2 spies that were just watching us.
Ah!
Possibly.
Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
The two of them were definitely up to no good.
Oh, more than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler. Anything to foil our operation.
Oh, so you're tracking down some criminals? They've got some nerve spying on you like that. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon.
Well, those tend to be the kinds of cases that cross my desk. If I could leave it to someone else, I would. I could have been on vacation right now.
itself, I guess, must be pretty
Mora
serious.
laundering, to the tune of 10 figures and counting.
Laundry? What does that have to do with Mora? And who are these figures? There are 10 of them?
Paimon.
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possesses a large amount of Mora obtained through illicit means. But it's easy to get caught when you're moving that kind of cash. So you cover your tracks, create a front to avoid detection, and what do you know? Your illegal Mora now looks completely legit. And this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Teyvat, brings them back to Fontaine, and rebrands them as pieces of fine art, driving up their price in the process. Then, when the items go to auction, he buys them up at their inflated price with his own illicit funds. And through this exchange, the proceeds he receives in return are clean. This process allows him to legitimize his illicit wealth. He even launders Mora for other criminals as well, a business which earned him the title, the Dark Financier.
Considering your involvement, I'm guessing some of his collectibles are from Teyvat.
That's to be expected, I suppose. In Chenyu Vale, you can get your hands on exquisite antiques without breaking the bank. Tea sets, porcelain, jade, statues, all easily marketed as pieces of fine art. Liyue goods being used in illicit underground schemes poses a real threat to our trade standing in the long run. So, instead of getting to enjoy my long-awaited vacation in Fontaine, it's back to work for me.
Okay. Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's like moving Mora from one hand to the other. In other words, just disguising where it originally came from. But
Yeah.
if you know what this merchant is up to, shouldn't it be pretty easy to catch him? You go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then nab him right as he goes to purchase his expensive piece of Liyue art.
Not a bad plan, Paimon. But there are too many loose ends. If you were the mastermind behind this whole scheme, would you really expose yourself as the face of the operation?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want to be seen doing the dirty work. You'd send someone else instead. Like, if Paimon was the bad guy, she'd send the Traveler.
Wow, thanks.
No, wait! Even if Paimon turned bad, the Traveler would never. Paimon would need, like, a group of minions or something. Oh. Oh! Paimon gets it now. Even if you track down the goods, if this dark financier guy isn't the one doing the buying at the auction, you won't catch him.
It's not just a matter of who's at the auction. You also have to source the goods, transport them back to Fontaine, get them to the auction house, none of which are tasks he performs himself. He has a whole crew to hide behind. Tracking down the goods is already complicated enough. They change hands so many times, the trail is almost impossible to follow. So the most logical course of action is to play the long game. You start small. You find someone you can follow behind all the smoke screens, who'll lead you straight back to the dark financier himself.
Which means you wanted them to overhear the conversation to make them think you let your guard down.
Well, wait! So you were just pretending? And to think, Paimon thought all that stuff about wrapping up the case and taking a break was actually true!
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith and Officer Edler, we managed to launch attacks on all of the Dark Financier's strongholds, which allowed us to nab most of his crew. Those spies just now were his most important agents, the two people he trusts to have direct contact with him. The first is Corday, a senior member of the Fontaine Antique Association, in charge of auctioning off the goods. And the other is Dodamani, a ship owner from Sumeru and longtime cargo transporter. They're under pressure to salvage the situation, so we let them slip through the cracks on purpose. The goal is to make them think that, by some stroke of luck, they're in the clear and have room to act. They think keeping tabs on Officer Edler will allow them to operate under her radar and get whatever remains of their goods out of Liyue. But little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her, I'll be secretly gathering the intel that's gonna bring them crashing down. So, interested in coming along for the ride? I'm curious how you take to this line of work. Could be some potential there.
Getting to work with Yelan, Evan.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're a part of it too.
Yeah, if you put it
Let's
first.
do it! For Yelan, for the people of Chenyaville, and for, the Liyue business world.
I admire your selflessness, Traveler in Paimon. Let me be the one to look out for your self-interests, then. Namely, your payment. How about we do this the Fontanian way? You'll get exactly what a top agent receives for a dangerous field mission. Getting started is always the hardest part, but luckily, I have a lead. The Dark Financier's crew is even more on guard than usual, so our best bet is to do some counter-surveillance to get on the right track. And I think I know just the place to start. Let's head northeast and see if I'm right.
Alright, let's see. Okay, so looks like we can only do these two for now. Which is fine.
Combat data.
Suspicious areas all around there. Do for this. It feels like just about a week to do this. Good thing we're doing it now. Then again, I probably should have left this to next week so we could have everything unlocked, but it's fine.
I hope my joints won't get rusty.
All right, let's start our investigation here.
Well, Yelan through an inhabited region in the northeast. With Yelan's help, we found a covert location from which just got the beach. We don't see any members of the Dark Financier's crew or anything else suspicious about the area.
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness, right? Paimon doesn't see any bad guys to nab around here.
Some patience, Paimon. Not time for having bad guy. At least.
Well,
not yet.
it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Impressive. Like I said, we need to start small. If we want to track down the man himself, our best bet is to start with his goods. So right now, finding his stock is our #1 priority. And to do that, locating his hidden stronghold is imperative. Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
Guess so. Paimon can see the port of Elang Wharf, the boats in the distance, and some kind of tower. What's that for?
It's a lighthouse. The Millilith use it to monitor the situation at sea. In addition, the flashing of the light can also serve as a means of communication.
I think I understand what makes this place so.
Oh, let's hear it. Not too far off at all, traveler. The Millilith maintain an impeccable level of security in Shenyu Vale through consistent patrolling. This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their lighthouse signals and deduce their patterns of behavior, which is a huge help if you need to move goods under the radar. So we should be able to find traces of the Dark Financier's scouts in this area.
Oh, okay. Paimon doesn't quite follow, but she'll take your word for it.
It's simple. Just take this forensic imaging device and investigate the surrounding area. As long as we're meticulous, I'm positive we'll find something.
Oh, this is going to help. A special photography device used in investigations. One can event typing out, taking photos, investigating. This mission's name is to find
Reviewing outstanding
equipment.
items on today's to-do list. Do you have any additional commands? Nope.
Well, all set? Remember, an eye for detail is key. Clues are often hidden in plain sight.
Sweet. You can go around and take pictures in order to interesting look view. The device also has a zoom feature that allows you to stand at the vantage points to take pictures of targets that are far.
Please note, high chance of rainbows. Suggested observation spots marked on the map.
Surveillance unit is up high. So, there. That looks kind of out of place. Gotcha. What's that about?
Some good finds. Whatever door this key opens could be critical to the investigation. And this carrier pigeon tube contains several coded messages.
Huh. So there really is evidence around here. It's like these guys aren't even afraid of getting caught. What if the Millilith noticed them spying and decided to investigate?
These objects suggest the Dark Financier scouts were likely disguised as fishermen. People like that are trained not to crack under pressure. All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse, like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
Paimon can just see their smug faces getting away with something like that.
The good news is we managed to find evidence.
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active, and wasn't among those caught by Officer Edler. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let them know we're still on their tail.
Yeah, the way they could do a runner.
I had a hunch this area was being used as a lookout, and I was right. But that still leaves the question of where the goods are hidden. Any ideas?
Down something. Surveillance operations are time sensitive, so if you needed to send a message, you would have to.
Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold your hand when it comes to deductive reasoning. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, the two locations should be close enough to deliver messages quickly. That means the base we're looking for should be within a certain radius. Ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic.
That just leaves the shallows to the north of Mount Mingyuan?
That certainly sounds plausible. You have the cover of the mountains, and the advantage of hiding right under the authorities' noses. Well, our next destination is decided then. Let's go.
Alright, next area of interest. Would be over here. Let's go to this waypoint and then just head from there.
Combat data updated. Please rest assured that I will not blow the roof off again.
So yeah, this looks in 2 days. Okay. So yeah, by next week we should have everything. Just over here.
And nothing out of the ordinary here either.
If we learned anything from the last place, is that the more normal it looks, the more it could be hiding.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you.
Oh, thanks.
The evidence could be even more well hidden this time. All set?
Ready to go.
All right. I know you have an eye for detail, so use it to your advantage. You've got this.
The tree branch. Someone must be here in the dead of night. Looks like this boat isn't really anything. This thing could go on you. No. There should be one more thing that's not quite right about the area. What exactly is it? Let's go to this. Stop being distracted by my phone. Okay. See, on the photo there was no lamp in the little area there was. Little boat right here. There isn't here. There's a rock just random right here. Like there's a rock here, which I find interesting. Hold up. There are no birds around the shadows, and is this something right into the grass? There's someone's moving. Think here. There we go.
This must be it! The secret base where they stashed their goods! Definitely wasn't easy to find.
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. I see your potential as a solo field agent, Traveler.
Nice.
Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. Let's see what surprises could be in store. This isn't their home turf, so I doubt they had time to set more traps. Should make our lives easier. I'll take it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but the Traveler can do anything. He's got your back!
I doubt these guys will come back over here.
Good point. Yellow doesn't make mistakes like that.
No, she doesn't. She opens the door of this room and observes the space and rears to an ordinary cellar. Due to construction difficulties, the top and side walls cannot be completely sealed, causing water from the soil to seep into the space. Noticing this, Galen covers her hands in a thin sheet of hydra. This means she can touch the items in the space without leaving traces behind because the water will vaporize over time. It's actually pretty small.
All right, that's done. I've noted the features of all the porcelain items, vases, and teas stored here. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then,
Wow, that was fast! You must do that all the time, huh?
It's always been
now, we wait. There are countless auctions in Fontaine. We can't possibly monitor them all. Besides, that would be a waste of personnel. I'll continue to conduct surveillance in the area, keep tabs on the situation, and attempt to decipher their coded messages. Once his 2 lackeys move the goods, we can shift our focus to the upcoming auction. And then, we'll have somewhere to start.
Got it! All we can do now is wait. Wait, and then follow them straight to the guy behind this whole thing so we can give him the old 1-2 punch!
Very old-fashioned, but yeah.
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her 2 stalkers on a wild goose chase around Chaoying Village. Once they decide it was all a waste of time, it's her turn to tail them instead. Not to mention our operation has already put them under extreme pressure. We've forced their hand. I doubt they'll last more than 2 days before making a move. So let's meet back up at Yilong Wharf in 2 days. Find me near the harbor.
Cleanup sequence in progress. Based on data from past incidents, please avoid dropping small items such as Mora, screws, gears, minerals, toys.
I will say I was expecting to
Gummies, snacks, hairbands, socks, and slippers.
So, yes, we can use the next little bit to just kind of build enough.
Reviewing outstanding items on today's to-do list. Do you have...
Now, what shall we start with? I do kind of want to get our artifacts up. Well, we're out and about. So yeah, we should probably do that. Where's the... Here's one. I'm gonna do this one because I do need good water artifacts for when he gets a rerun. So hopefully we'll be able.
Sand detected, both on ground and airborne. Response: tighten outer layer of clothing. If sand gets inside, it could pose a major inconvenience during future repairs.
I am going to try so hard to hold on to every last primogen that I get my hands on. But yeah, we'll dive into this artifact domain, TCG stuff.
By royal decree!
Defensive mode engaged. Ultimatum protocol. Yeah. 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 Preparing for dust up.
actually be able to succeed. Because after level 3 difficulty, it gets very, very difficult. And I think during the next one I can't have repeating characters, so that limits me greatly in terms of what I can do. Alright, so the main thing is level this one up. That's fine. Okay, anything else I can throw in? Alright, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Let's do this attack. Nice, that is for Nefa. Yeah, just to show you guys how difficult it's gonna be. And then we'll go to other possible stuff. Yeah, I did not expect that yeah, so I already completed hard. Menacing is the next one. They're all level 100. Affected by the leyline disturbance, characters can't be deployed multiple times. Let's try. Is this one? I've already decided is my Nefa team, so you. You know, let's adjust a little bit. Lonnie. Actually, no. Nicolette. Wait, no. Nicolette. Eva. Where's Eva? Here is. And then I know I don't like her all that much, but where's Barbara? There. And here, of course, is the Archon team, so you. Actually, wait, no, not right, Venti. What am I doing? And then for you, let's do. Low frequency damage. So Skark isn't going to be any help here, because her whole point is attacking really quickly. Let's do a Xiao team. Let's just do a normal Xiao team and see how far I get with it. Let's see what happens. But I definitely think that the Menacing, Fearless, and Dire challenges. Characters that take part in one battle will not be able to participate in the following ones, along with their equipped weapons and artifacts. Single player challenges, you can adjust your party composition before each battle. However, if you modify a composition that already has challenge records, you'll have to reset that corresponding record. Uh-oh. Interesting. Okay. Let's start with you. Just to kind of get a test.
Installation check.
I'll protect us.
Let's go! Yeah.
Rain outlines your fate.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
I thought the war was over.
Let the show begin.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Ultimatum protocol.
Up and away!
Okay. Yeah, that went about as I expected. Okay. I know that there should be some new characters to with the TCG, so let's do those. For a bit of a because it has been a little while since I've unlocked new characters. Let's see who's out. start with you. Let's fight Zethos. Zethos, Lenny, and Dory. Okay. Yeah, let's keep these. Start with Raiden.
Stay close and you will live.
Alright, start. And then do this.
Shine down!
Excuse me?
We need 4 energy. Interesting.
Time to broaden the horizons again.
Let's just start off by doing this.
I see everything.
Quick! Drop the curtains.
So first we got these.
throw!
Not again.
Your turn. Declare the end of your turn. Switch to
Didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Bennett. I don't know why I guess just develop to investigate why.
Excuse me?
Here we go.
That. Interesting.
The sun sets forever.
Did you hear what
The sky
happened
in
to the
Natlan.
sky in Natlan?
Oh. What happened now?
Alright, sorry for the period of silence. Anyway, we have just about run out of time. It was a bit of a shorter one.
Cleanup sequence in progress. Based on data from past.
Through light fault of my own, because I didn't realize that the quest would only be 20 minutes long. So So, oopsies. But it's fine. Because we'll be streaming more things tonight, so it's fine. What do we got tonight? What do we got? We got some MCCI. We're gonna be hopping onto the funny Minecraft server that slightly frustrates me. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this stream and you're on the YouTube side of things, then please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, stay awesome. And if you're one of the lovely people who decided to take time during your day, afternoon, or evening to come watch this stream live as it is happening, or you're here for the 2 weeks that it's on Twitch before I transfer it over, then please be sure to drop a follow and maybe even a subscription if you have not done so already. And as always, long live the rebellion.